Welcome to Martinsville Speedway in Martinsville, Virginia, the site of tonight's Smokin Tires Sprint Car Cup Series racing action. Round 9 of the Smokin Tires Sprint Car Cup Series presented by Full Throttle Television. My name is Brody Hanna. With me in the booth tonight, as always, is Tony Solari. And Tony, we're at one of your favorite tracks here, and it's going to be a fun night. 100 laps of racing action. Martinsville's famous for their hot dogs. We're going to find out who the hot dog is tonight.
Yep. Yeah, and they're good hot dogs too, from what I've heard. I've never actually been out there being a Chicago guy. But yeah, I love this place. Great little track, the paperclip. Yeah, we're going to see some good action here. I was able to, as usual, taking a few laps, and it's a straightaway game. Who's going to be able to squeeze off that throttle and hold it down is going to be the winner tonight.
Well, with these cars, you've got the long straightaways and you've got the short corners, like a paperclip is what they call it. And so, yeah, it presents a unique challenge for all cars, but most importantly for these cars, getting that throttle down off the corner. We've seen it all season. On the long runs, these guys struggle with that grip coming off the corners, and I think here is really it's gonna exaggerate that issue they've been dealing with.
Yeah, you come here in another car, any kind of a truck or a cup car or whatnot, and it is, your first instinct is to step on the gas exiting corner, and you cannot do that here. You really just got to kind of roll that throttle. I don't even think you're getting halfway down the straightaway with the throttle pedal. It's just it's challenging, but it's a lot of fun. I mean, it's still Martinsville.
When we're looking at our track description tonight, you got Martinsville Speedway. It's a short track with some longer straightaways, flat corners. We're in the afternoon here. It's going to present kind of a unique situation for these guys going in the corners with maybe some of the sun glare. But you're going to see the track change a little bit as we go through the night or through the evening here, and certainly going to present a challenge in itself. Just to catch you guys up for the format tonight, we got 8-lap heat. I think we're going to have one heat tonight from the way it looks. And then we're going to go into a main event, 100 laps around this track. Should be a lot of fun. Should be a lot of good racing here. These guys are going to kind of get a warm up, and then we're going to go green.
Yeah, just waiting for them to start it. Evan Amick and Pete Woodrum looks like they might be coming in, or maybe they missed it. I don't know. I don't see them in the list yet.
Yeah, I don't see them here either, but it looks like they are gridding up and getting ready for their heat race. 8 laps for the heat, and we're going to see if we can pull up the grid for tonight's first and I think only heat race tonight.
Well, I got a grid for you. We got Sean Huffstetler and Chad Biesinger on the front row. Then we have Trevor Dyer starting third, Brendan Biesinger starting fourth, Michael Murray starting fifth, David Baldessar starting sixth, Marshall Latham seventh, and then Ty Bostic eighth. And it is an invert field, so Ty, I don't know. I'm trying to look to see who actually did get the pole. Ty didn't get the best time. He didn't even take a lap.
Okay, I think I saw Baldessar out there on the pole, so I think he had the best time tonight. Regardless, it doesn't matter at this point. He's got to work his way through the field. He did look fast tonight, so looking forward to seeing what Baltasar can do. And we're just about ready to roll off here. And again, we have Ed Walk, last week's winner in 9th. I don't think he made the field tonight or having some connection issues. And Billy O. Smith in 10th, so it's going to kind of round out your 10-car field here tonight. Again, these guys are looking at this for just a warm-up for the 100-lap main coming up.
Yeah, it's going to be another quick race. We've got quick 8 laps, about 18 seconds a lap, so about 2.5, 3 minutes. Yeah, it's kind of sad to see Ed having some connection issues. He's definitely missing the heat, so maybe he might be able to get in here for the main.
Yep, got that win in the bank. Trying to make it 2 for 2. Having some issues tonight. Trying to join Michael Murray. Who's some of the other winners? Huffstetler won 2 weeks ago. Ty Bostic with his 3 wins back in the pack, so a lot of winners here. We're gonna get 2 warm-up laps, and we're gonna let them go, throw that green flag, and we'll see what these guys can do here at Martinsville Speedway. I tell you, in practice, you saw some of the things, and you actually were able to run some of the car too. Like you said, the straightaways are kind of the hairy part for these cars, which is kind of ironic. But in the corners, these cars are much stable, but the straightaways are kind of a handful.
Yeah, they feel great in the corners. It's just straightaways are the killer.
So Huffstetler's going to lead them off. Chad Biesinger to the outside. You have Trevor Dyer and Brendan Biesinger, two Biesingers in the field tonight. And Malcolm Murray, your top five. So we're going to see the pace cars off. We're going to see what they can do here. Martinsville Speedway, round 9. Only 3 races to go. Who's going to get that win? And green flag is out. A little bit of a stutter start there. Ooh, and it
Yeah,
looks like Huffstetler is going to pull off.
yeah. I don't know exactly what that's all about, but yeah, that, I guess he wanted to run to the back for now.
I wonder if he I wonder if he got a black flag for jumping the start there. I'm not sure, but we'll keep up on that. But meanwhile, Trevor Dyer out front.
Yeah, he took advantage of that and took off. And I'm actually I'm kind of watching the Biesinger family right now. It looks like we've got who is that? Chad. He's kind of holding strong in third right now.
And Brendan had issues off too. Fell back in the field. He's now back to 7th place. But meanwhile, Murray's looking to try to get to the inside of Trevor Dyer. Biesinger riding in 3rd. Marshall Layton up to 4th.
Yeah, the Biesinger guys too. They're running the same paint jobs. One's got a yellow bars, one's got the white bars. Brandon's got the white bars, Chad's got the yellow bars. So they're going to be a little confusing for me tonight. Just to throw that out there.
We just watched Marshall Layton lose it off too. He lost all that track position back to 8th, so he's going to have to come from the back in the main event. But meanwhile, up front again, you see Michael Murray keep looking to the inside off the corner. Just trying to you see these guys kind of run hard into the corner, trying to keep that grip in the rear tires.
Yeah, it's that drive off that's a killer. And it looks like Michael's making up on him in the corner a little bit, but he just can't seem to get that throttle down.
Well, he's right on the back of him going into 3. We got 4 laps to go here. And you see, oh, Dyer ran high, and now he's in the wall, and Murray goes by. He's going to take the lead.
Oh, that was unfortunate for Trevor. He was running a good race there. Just it looks like he's smoking now too.
Yeah, he's got some major issues with that car. He's going to pull off here. Just a heat race. Going to save the car and reset for the main event. Meanwhile, 2 laps to go here. Murray's out to a pretty good lead on Biesinger here.
Yeah, Chad's starting to gain on him just a little bit. He's probably not going to have enough laps to get anything done. So.
There you got Biesinger just riding. And Ty Bostic up to 3rd already. We didn't see it on camera, but looks like Sean Huffstetler had some issues back there as well. And after having that interesting restart, looks like he crashed out. It's going to be starting from the back as well. Meanwhile, through 3 and 4, for the last time, your winner tonight's heat race is going to be Michael Murray. Chad Biesinger 3rd, Chad Biesinger 2nd, by Ty Bostic in 3rd.
Yeah, it was a pretty good race. Not too eventful, but it was only an 8-lapper, so we got the 100-lap main coming, and it's going to be kind of fun. It looks like we still got a couple guys though trying to get in here. I don't know if they can actually make that main or not. Sometimes iRacing gets a little weird.
We'll see. We're going to thank our sponsors right quick and come back for the grid. We'll be right back after this. Racing action from the Smoking Tires Sprint Car Cup Series is brought to you by Team 126 Racing, your home for hard-nosed short-track racing action from the UK. Like and follow them at facebook.com/Team126Racing. By Butt Kicker. Feel what you've been missing and experience immersion on a whole new level. Visit thebuttkicker.com to see all of their amazing products today. By Track Racer. Experience refined gaming for yourself, including the new Alpine Racing TRX system. For more information, visit trackracer.com today. By Edwards Setup Shop, proud setup provider of the Smoking Tires Sprint Car Cup Series. Visit facebook.com/Edwards Setup Shop for more information. And by Epsilon Sprint Wraps, the place to get your sprint car and dirt racing paint schemes. Visit facebook.com/Epsilon Sprint Wraps today. All right, Tony, we're starting our formation laps for the 100 lap main event. Michael Murray's going to start on the front, B. Singer second, Ty Bostic third, and David Baltasar fourth. Looking at this field, who do you see as favorites for this race?
We got a lot of strong guys up there. We know Michael Murray's really good. Ty with his 3 wins. I'm waiting to see David Baldassar again too. We got both of the Biesinger family guys are good. Trevor had a great run last week. Sean's been strong. Marshall had a good run last week too. Um, it's really anybody's tonight, to be honest. I mean, we know they have a fast repair, which is kind of nice. So if there is a little bit of mayhem, they can at least get repaired. But yeah, it. Who knows?
They do have one fast repair, and you mentioned Baldassar. He's been fast. He's been quick all night here at Martinsville. He could be the one to get his first win of the season here. You got Basinger up there looking for his first win of the season, and you got the usuals, Murray and Bostic, fighting for the most wins for the season. So anything can happen. With the one fast repair, it most likely will. So through 3 and 4, they get ready to start this one. Looking for the green flag here, Martinsville Speedway. Green flag's out, and we're underway.
Yeah, it looks like Michael got a pretty decent run as usual. There was a nice tight packed field though when they took the green, so that was always good. But they're 2x2 going behind.
They are 2 by 2, and now it kind of gets straightened out. Bostic's going to take second. The battle's for third between Chad Basinger and Brandon Basinger. And looks like Chad's going to take that spot. No, Brandon's going to take that spot. There's the 2 cars that we're going to get confused with. You see Baldassar dancing around off turn 2, hangs on to it. Now the top 5 are kind of in a groove now.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of them kind of spread out a little bit, but they're maybe a little quiet before the storm, so to say.
Absolutely. And you see back here is really the scrum. This is the scrap back here. And good news, Ed Walk was able to make the field in the main event, so he's up to 7th place after starting from the rear in the number 10. So good to see him back on track after last week's win.
Yeah, I didn't even notice he got in, and yeah, you're right. And it looks like he's starting to make some moves now too on Sean.
Caution. We just saw Marshall Layton.
Any comments there, bud?
Off turn 2. Looks like he just gassed it up, and you were talking about how hard these cars are to handle on the straights. Just gave it a little too much throttle, and it come right around on him.
You can't do that natural reaction. You cannot stop on that throttle like you think you normally could. It is so tough to get back on the gas on these.
On board with Marshall Layton. He's coming into turn 1 here, through 1 and 2. And we're going to see him just come off turn 2, just give it that little extra throttle and right down into the wall. Nose first into the wall there. I don't know how much damage that's going to cause, but you got to imagine he has some. The question is, do you use your fast repair this early?
Yeah, well, I guess it really just depends on how bad the damage is. Sometimes it's either if it's more than 2 minutes worth of damage, you might want to try it.
Yeah, because what you don't want to do is have damage and end up being slow on the track, going laps down under green. But it would be nice, well, it would have been nice not to have to use it at all, but it'd be nice to save that if you can later in the run. Looks like he did use it, got his car fixed, and he'll be back out there with the field.
Yep. Yeah, so that's good. Hopefully he won't have any other issues with his number 6. And what else was I going to say? You've got, hang on, let me think about that for a moment.
Well, we're right along with Michael Murray looking back at Ty Bostic. Of course, the two multi-time winners here in the series. Brendan Biesinger up to 3rd, looking for his first win. Chad as well in the 23, looking for his first win. And then Baltasar, who's again been quick. He's kind of the one I've got an eye on tonight. See if David Baltasar can close this one out, because he's been quick. He's been quick all evening, and it's just got to close it out here.
Yeah, he's definitely got a good looking car tonight, and showing some good speed. Just let's see if he can seal the deal tonight. He's the one that we've been waiting for that victory lane interview.
Yeah, because I know you brought him up a couple times too, talking about him, and he's had the speed, just it hasn't had the luck. Kind of like what happened to Ed Walk last week. Put himself in position, and luck finally turned around for him, and was able to seal the deal and get the victory.
Yeah, and that's just kind of how it is, especially with these carts too. You know, with attrition and just how it goes. You got to be real careful though under throttle over here. And honestly, this is probably one of the hardest tracks out of all the tracks I've gone to get back onto the throttle here. these straightaways are just killer.
With the pace cars in, we're going to see the green flag this time about through 3 and 4. We've got 8 laps in the books. Still 92 to go here. Looking for the green flag as Michael Murray brings them down kind of slow.
Green.
Let's see if he gets a jump here. A pretty decent start by second is Ty Bostic as well. So they're going to kind of stay in tow here.
Well, restarts are real critical around here too, especially in these cars. It's hard enough to get them off the throttle when you're doing 50, 60 miles an hour, but to start from 20, 30 miles an hour pace lap, it's hard to get them going.
The battle back here is
took off.
Was it 4th, 5th, and 6th right here? This is where the gaggle is, you'd say.
Yeah, we got David Baldassar, Sean, Ed. They were really tight there for a little while. Oh, it seems like they all bunch up right in that corner. They got good entry, but it's just that exit that spreads them apart.
Well, again, I'm interested to see as we go later in the run how the tires wear. We've had issues with people getting the throttle down already. It's only going to get worse, as I say every week, but especially here, as much as you're slowing the car down and then trying to apply the throttle twice a lap. And we're going to see this really come into play, I think, as we go on and see who can put the power down and keep the car straight off the corner.
Yeah, you're not really using a lot of brake like you think you normally would here, just because just the way the car is set up. But when you do brake, it feels like it's braking the rear tires a lot more than the front, and it's just more wear on those rears to get that bite off. But it looks like everybody's kind of settled out. Ed Walk is very loose right now. It's like he closes in and then he starts slipping. You can see him sawing out that wheel.
I think it's everybody. We're right on board with the 94 of Sean Hufstutler too, coming from the back. And I feel like these guys in the back are kind of using their stuff up, maybe not intentionally, just having to get on their brakes, get on the binders a little bit more. With cars in front of you, you can't really run the pace you want to, so you're kind of judging off the car in front. And I feel like that's going to wear your tires more because you're slowing the car down more, which means you have to accelerate more off the corner. And you see these guys just hanging on, trying to get the throttle down on exit.
Yeah, it's a tough challenge to just to go straight around here with these cars. But I know they're having fun out there. I was having fun the few laps I ran.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of fun. As you see Hufstutler go up the track there. Let's go open the door for Ed Walk to go on by.
Yeah, he was able to get that pass by nice and clean. And, Martinsville's a tight track, too. So we've seen, trying to make a pass on some of the bigger tracks. It's a little bit tighter. Getting that run on the inside, it's a little more sketchier than some of the other tracks.
Yeah, the Biesinger brothers continue to go at it for third place here. You got Brendan Biesinger in 18 in third. Chad Biesinger in the 23 looking for that position. And honestly, all the top 6, everybody's kind of closed up, so nobody's run away with this.
Yeah, Michael Murray, he's still holding strong, but he has not checked out yet. Ty's just kind of hanging on his tail. And then, like you said, Brendan and Chad, it looks like they're playing nice with each other, but I'm sure that's not going to last, as these laps start ticking off.
We had another issue with Marshall Layton. I think the car is broke at this point. It will not go straight off turn 4. He's trying to limp it back to the pits. It's unfortunate for Marshall. He had a good run going last week as well, and tonight just has not turned out to be a good night for him.
Yeah, I'm watching him too. It looks like he's got definitely some suspension damage because he's having a hard time trying to keep it straight, but even at half speed.
He did get it to pit road, and so we'll stay green. He kept it straight, did a good job there. And these guys are appreciative of that. We're going to stay green here. And again, the battle heating up for first even. It's like Ty Bostic starting to close the gap a little bit.
Yeah, and it looks like Ty and Michael both kind of walked away from the Biesinger family. And they made a little bit of space there. But they're still they haven't really closed in on each other, though, too much either.
Would you call that the hive, the Biesinger family?
Yeah, maybe.
The hive mind.
If they're in, we'll have to ask them later if we get one of them in the interview.
I tell you what, Brendan's really impressed me tonight. He's not had the best of luck either in these races, but he's hanging on to that third place, and not just hanging on. He's kind of closing in on the top 2.
Yeah, well, I think he's got a new computer, and it looks like he's got the bugs sorted out on that machine. Because he's holding a nice strong third, starting to walk away from his father a little bit.
B Singer and Bugs. There's a joke there somewhere, but yeah, I don't have it right now.
Yep,
All right,
and I'm just I'm looking a little bit further back, at David Baldassar and Ed Wack too. They're
those
just
are
kind of hanging in.
battle for the lead. Oh, and they make contact, and around goes Michael Murray. No caution though. Wow.
Ouch. Yeah, Ty just gave
I'm
him a little bit of a
pretty
tap.
I'm pretty sure there was contact, but it looks like
Yeah.
there was.
Yep, there absolutely was some contact. It looked like Ty just got in a little too deep, and I don't know, maybe if Michael was going a little slower. But yeah, no caution. So Michael, hopefully they could get another caution, and maybe Michael could get himself back up there. That's unfortunate for him right now.
Yeah, there definitely was some contact there, and around goes Murray. I'm sure he's not happy about that. But Bostic out front and got quite a gap now after that little incident. It's kind of opened the gap to second place. And honestly, Brennan has kind of gapped his. What are they, brothers? Father son, I believe.
Their son, from what I remember, I
Yeah.
want, and I'm pretty sure Chad is the father, but I could be wrong there. Well, Michael is he's down right now, but he's definitely not out. So it's still a lot of stuff can happen. We're not even a
Yeah.
quarter way. We're just a little over quarter way.
That's the thing. I mean, there's you get another caution, get caught up. You can still be in this thing. He's got a fast car. He didn't really hit the wall that hard. Just kind of spun around and nosed it in a little bit to the inside wall. Especially with the fast repair, if the car is hurt, you come in, get it fixed, and try to march your way back up to the field. But in saying that, the longer this race goes green, the less laps he's going to have to be able to do that. So, who you see? Who is that? Is that Brendan Basinger? Yeah, I think so. Getting loose off the corner and chasing all the way down to the inside.
Yeah, he definitely lost some time there to his father. And I'm looking at the number 10 behind him.
Oh, we got a wreck.
Caution somewhere.
Right in front of it is Ty Bostic. No.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, it was Ty.
Oh, is that that's Murray about got hit? Maybe I made collision again. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm going
They're
back
trying to
just to
get it.
see what happened.
They're trying to best get it turned around. Oh my goodness. So our leader, first off, Michael Murray leading, gets a tap, goes around, and then Ty Bostic on his own apparently just looped it, and we got a caution. So I guess Ty brought out the caution that Michael needed. So are they good now?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, and Ty fortunately didn't hit anything. But yeah, he just got loose coming off a 3, it looked like, and yeah, just couldn't hang on to it.
It's right on board with Ty. We just saw it there on the replay, but now riding on board, coming off turn 4, it's like he just gets loose and does chase it all the way down right there. Chases it, turns it back the other way, was able to lock it down and just spin out, not hit anybody, and honestly, not bring it back up in front of traffic. That's another big thing.
Yeah, he did a great job there, and yeah, it was even better that Michael didn't hit him. So they're both back there. They got a lot of work to do.
You know what
Still
I like?
plenty of time to do it.
Well, first off, let me say this is good news for Ed Watt, because look who's in third.
I know. Well, I was just saying right before the caution, he'd worked his way up to 4th right now, and he's been showing some good speed out there. So
there he is. I mean, he's got that mojo going from last week up to 3rd place from the back of the field, looking in good shape. But he's got to get by the B-Singers to really have anything to do with this. That's going to be a tough pass to make as well. But the other thing I like is that's our 2 multi-time winners in this series, and now they're in the back. So we're gonna be treated to them trying to come from the back to the front in about 60 laps. I mean, so it's going to be a lot of fun to watch that, see if they can make their way back up to the front. Also opens the door for any first-time winner.
yeah, we got a good top 3 up there right now. Some guys that we talk about, but nobody's really sealed the deal yet. And David Baldassar sitting in 4th, Sean 5th, Trevor's back in 6th right now. But yeah, Michael and Ty 7th and 8th right now. Yeah, we're gonna watch them try to get through this field. It's going to be very interesting.
I tell you what, one of the most conservative guys we've seen out there week after week is Trevor Dyer. We see every week if he starts up front, he usually pulls over, goes to the back and rides and kind of takes care of his stuff. And usually towards the end of the race, he finds himself in the top three, top four, somewhere in that area. So with a track like this, that I feel like that you're really going to have to save these tires because we're seeing. I mean, we just saw both the leaders just wreck. So it's getting worse. It's getting harder and harder out there. With somebody like that that's taking care of their equipment, taking care of their tires, this could really pay off.
Yeah, no, not to mention they don't get tire changes. These are the same tires they're running on, so those skids are wearing out tires.
Green flag, green
We're coming
flag.
down the green flag. Green flag's out. We're back underway. Brendan Basinger gets away from Chad Basinger, heading off into turn one. Ed Walk running third.
Yeah, it was a really good run Brendan got out there. He was able to get that throttle down and make some clearance right away.
It is so good to see a fresh new face out there doing good, doing what he needs to do. And just like last week with Ed, ooh, we see. Who was that?
That looked like Trevor. He looked like he pitched it in a little too deep.
He did. We saw somebody, but just like last week, put yourself in position. The front two have issues, and here you are. You got a new possible first-time winner running out front.
Yeah, it looks like okay. So Michael's already starting to make his move. He passed Trevor. He's up to sixth right now. I'm kind of watching Ed. I'm just waiting. It seemed like it took him a few laps to kind of get his rhythm going before he started making moves on people.
You got Ty Bostic back in the pits as well. Looks like he's parked it and called it done for the night. So apparently he had some damage he couldn't get fixed or something.
Yeah, I don't exactly know. I don't remember seeing him hit anything. So maybe just kind of felt bad for wrecking Michael early on. I don't know. That's a tough one.
Well, you got the two teammates, two guys probably know each other pretty well. Father-son duo out front, and Tony, how do you how do you race? I know teammates are one thing, but how do you race blood relatives on the racetrack?
Well, I can never say I've actually had that experience. My father and my brother, they're not really into sim racing in general, but it's just kind of one of those things. I mean, I guess if you're the father, you'd probably, be happy that your son's out there leading. And, I mean, especially teammates. I mean, we're teammates and, hey, a 1-2 for the team is always, it's nothing to be ashamed of. And it's just, you're happy for your teammate just as I guess you would be happy with your son or even if your dad was out there leading.
Yeah, that's true. The way they're lined up, they would probably be happier this way than if it was the other way around. And you gotta think too that the younger of the two would be a little more I wouldn't say more aggressive, but more apt to throw it in there and try to make something happen. We see the pass for fourth place. That's Michael Murray trying to get back up to the front of the field. He's going to make that pass on David Baldassarre to move Murray back up to fourth place.
Yeah, he made a great pass there too, and he's on a mission right now. You could just see he's starting to catch Ed already, and back to the father son thing too. I don't know. It's hang on, I lost my train of thought again.
Hey, if you Chad, do you block for Brendan when Michael gets up there? What do you? I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like these thoughts start creeping in your head. Like, okay, we need to protect each other. I mean, even for teammates. I mean, that stuff happens.
Well, you got to think too, and I kind of remember what my thought was. Who got who into sim racing? Was it the father that got the son, or the son that got the father
That's
into it?
true. I brought you into this, and I can take you out.
Exactly.
Well, here they are. They're kind of getting closed up here. They're going to put on the show for us as we close in on halfway, 2 laps to halfway here. Lap 48 of 100, and they're coming up on some lap traffic as well. Is that who's that in front of them?
That might be Sean.
It's
No,
it's Marshall.
David.
Marshall Layton, I believe.
Marshall's back out there then.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is.
Well, we saw last week how lap traffic can influence the race, so we hope we don't see a repeat of that. But sometimes that stuff happens. We see Brendan chasing the car off too.
Yeah, Ty's back on the track too. Apparently, yeah, he must have had a little bit of damage.
Yeah, Ty multiple laps down. I think he's can't see how many laps down he is, but he's multiple laps down.
And I'm just looking at the top 4 right now. They are all within striking distance of each other.
They've closed up for sure. It looks like Brendan may have chased those cars a little bit. Look, you see Ed Walk moving around too, man. These guys are starting to. I mean, we're past halfway now, so they're starting to find what their car can do, and honestly starting to feel those tires kind of get wore out.
Yeah, and it's got to be even harder with throttle. I mean, it's hard as with the throttle as it was with fresh tires. And now you're 50 laps into this stuff, and yeah, you just keep watching Ed. They're all wiggling around quite a bit. The only guy that looks good right now, Chad is holding nice and straight.
You know what? Broadcaster's curse because David Baltasar just had an issue, and that's what the caution is. Caution's out. Third caution of the night, and it's David Baltasar.
Look back, checking out what happened to him there.
We're looking now, going into 3 and 4. Looks like everything looks normal. Coming off 4, just steps out on him, and he almost saves it, but then slaps the left rear on the wall, and causes the car to spin. So he's definitely got to get that fixed.
Yeah, and he doesn't look like he had too much damage, even though the car did jump around a bit. But yeah, that's kind of unfortunate now for him. He was looking pretty strong there. He had a nice top 5 car for sure.
He's going to pull it in the pits and see if they can fix it, see if he's got that fast repair. Should still have the fast repair. Be able to get back out there and maybe get back in contention. So, again, bad luck bites David Baltasar.
I don't believe he went in for any pits, so he should still have that fast repair for him to fix up whatever he had damage-wise. Like I said, it didn't look too bad. The car didn't look that damaged.
For your free pass is going to be Ty Bostic, because we'll get one of those laps back. I think he's 2 or 3 laps down. Not really sure. I have to look.
Yeah, he's 5, or he'll be 4 laps down now with the lucky dog.
So he's going to need a lot of quite a few cautions to get that made up. But it's not out of the question here. Things are going to be heating up now. You got these late race restarts. You got hot tires. You got worn tires. You got low fuel loads. Which I'm kind of surprised I haven't seen any of the guys come in and take fuel. To kind of,
yeah,
but
it's a tough call too, and I don't know what the fuel gauge looks like, but you're not really on throttle much here, and you're definitely not hitting full throttle at all. So they're probably not too bad on gas.
I'm not even talking about fuel mileage. I'm just talking about weight in the back of the car, because we saw how that kind of helped Ed Walk last week. Kind of stabilized his car and was able to drive back up to the front of the field.
Yeah, well, I guess that's true. Yeah, but track position too on a place like this, you still got 7 guys out there on the lead lap. So
that's true. Yeah, because I'm not sure everybody would use that.
Yeah, Michael Murray. I almost said McMurray again, but Michael Murray made his way through the field now, but he's just kind of stalled now on 4th place. He can't really seem to make up any spots.
Said something happened to Ty Bostic here. Let's see what happened. Oh, you just stopped letting cars by. All right, well, we're going to see. We're going to get a restart with 45 laps to go here. We got Brendan Basinger out front, Chad Basinger in 2nd, Ed Walk in 3rd, as they've been for the last several laps. Michael Murray's up to 4th place, so we'll see if he has anything for. Well, we know he's fast. He's just got to get by some of these guys if he's going to have a shot. Huffstutler's up to 5th. You got Trevor Dyer in 6th. David Baltasar back to 7th after that issue there.
Yeah, and Ty just wants a few more cautions.
Yeah, 4 more cautions, bring him right back into it. But it's got to happen pretty quick if he's going to have a chance to drive back up to the field. All right, here we go. Through 3 and 4. Brendan Basinger looking for that green flag.
Green flag.
There it is. We're back underway, and he gets a pretty good restart over Chad.
Yeah, everybody was able to knock off that throttle pretty good, and they no spinning or wiggling, so that worked out pretty good for all 4 of them. It seems like it takes a lap or 2 for these guys to kind of get their bearings again and get moving. But Brendan, usually he's got a nice strong run, and we'll see if he can hang on to it. He's got a few car length lead right now.
He does, and that's what you want. At least that's what I want. No pressure, but the pressure is on for 3rd as Michael Murray's going to drive around Ed Walks and put Murray back up into 3rd place. And we got a car sideways Looks like it was Trevor Dyer, but he was able to keep it going.
Yeah, I went back to go see who that was, but yeah, he's still moving good. David Ballasar looks like he's already up to 6th right now, so he was able to pass Trevor. But we'll see if he can continue to make that run. He's a couple seconds away from Sean right now.
All right, you got Murray putting the pressure on Chad Basinger for 2nd place now. That's where the battle is. Although Huffstetler's looking for 4th as well behind this on Ed Walk.
Yeah, I don't know if I would assume Ed probably took some practice. He didn't get any practice in this server tonight, but yeah, I would assume he would have had some practice. I mean, he's running pretty good, but he's starting to fall off a little bit now towards the end of this race.
Yeah, here you go. Murray's got to run off turn 4. Can't really find the room. But Basinger, Chad's going to run up the track, open the door for Murray. Murray's going to go around. He's going to take 2nd place. Now we're going to see if he can chase down our leader, Brendan Basinger. And the battle's for 3rd. Oh, that was close.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, Ed got really close, and you almost wonder if Chad was kind of blocking the field a little bit, or just kind of slowing him down, letting Brendan get out there. But he didn't. Michael's on his way.
If he was blocking, he blocked their own lane because Murray went right around him, and he's going to try to chase down our leader. And you see Ed Walk, he's loose off, especially off 4, just trying to get that power down, try to get to the inside of Chad Basinger.
He's been loose this whole race. Every time I see him, he's got that wheel sawn, and he's holding it straight though. He got on the grass there.
Yeah, he jumped the curb there. That really upsets any car, much less these cars.
Yeah, he was able to hang on to it. Unfortunately, he lost the spot to Sean. So let's see if he can either get it back, and let's see what Sean can do with it. Sean gets a little loose.
So now Sean's loose, and that goes right back by him.
I'm just watching this lead heat up now. Michael Murray really closed the door on Brendan.
Caution.
Oh,
Caution.
we got a caution.
Do you need anything to drink or anything like that?
There's going to be, I believe it's going to be Marshall Layton again. Unfortunately. Let's go back and see what our yellow flag is here. Looking at the 14 of Murray. No, it is Layton. Let's go back and look at that. Through turns 1 and 2. Oh, he almost gets in the back of, what car was that?
Yeah, I believe that was Sean, yeah.
Sean Huffstetler locks it up to keep from doing so. But then he gets back. When he gets back on the throttle, the car is just so upset and the weight's shifted. You hit that throttle and it just comes right around on you. So he did the right thing by not running over Sean Huffstetler, but unfortunately it cost him and cost another caution. But guess who benefits from that caution? Ty Bostic, another lap back.
Yep. Yeah, he just needs, 3 more to get back on this lead lap? 35 laps to go, or no? Yeah. Oh no,
30.
30 laps to go. So yeah, it's yeah, he might not be able to make this happen. We'll see.
You got Trevor Dyer in the pits as well. Maybe just topping off the fuel there. I don't think he got any damage, but definitely was coming into the pits. And honestly, no harm, no foul for him. He was running at the back of the lead lap cars anyway. Might as well come in and top off, try something different.
If you're back there, might as well. Yeah, it can only maybe benefit. We've heard a lot of guys that extra weight in the rear end does help. So if you're already in the back, you're not going to lose too much track position. But I'm kind of waiting on this restart here. We got Brendan and Michael. Brendan's been getting great runs, but kind of slows down after a while. And Michael's strong.
We'll get the 1 to go. We'll be at the restart next time by, I believe. Again, you got Brendan Basinger up front, but now he's got Michael Murray on his back bumper for this restart. So you got to think he might be trying to figure something out to maybe get a jump on this restart to get away from Murray. He's going to have to gap him a little bit.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to be worried though, because these restarts are always hairy, and you don't want to screw yourself by trying to get a good jump either.
That's true. I mean, we've seen guys try to get on the gas too hard and ruin their race as well. So, yeah, I mean, this track, if you run the bottom, it's not the easiest track to pass on. But the problem is, looks like Chad did. He run in there a little too hard. It's really easy to get up the track and open that bottom. And when you do that, and the guy behind you is prepared for it, he's able to kind of fill that gap and get a position.
Yeah, well, the car's got a little heavy rear brake, so it does make entering, and you don't want to squeeze on that brake too much.
All right, so pace car's going to pull off here, I believe. Here he goes. We're going to get a restart with 28 laps to go, actually 27 laps to go here. You see the guys kind of drift high. They want to give that opening to the high side for these guys to get a jump. So he's going to come through 3 and 4, looking
Green
for the
flag.
green. Green flag's out. Oh, he does get a good start here for sure. Murray was not prepared for that.
Yeah, Brendan looked like he was shot out of a cannon. He had a hell of a restart there. Just launched it beautiful.
That's what you needed. But here comes Murray back on him really quick.
Yeah, well, we've seen Michael. He's great in the corners. He knows how to let that car roll really good, and I think it's really helping him down the straightaway too, because he's looking pretty smooth on acceleration.
Murray's looking for that spin and win tonight. After contact from Ty Bostic turned him around. Then he gets a caution when Ty Bostic has issues trying to come back and win this event.
Well, he's looking pretty good, pretty strong. Can Brendan hold him off for another 25 laps? That's going to be the question. You can see him wiggling a little bit. Brendan could see Michael in his mirror if he's got.
He touched the wall there and it sent him to the inside. That opened the door, and around goes Murray for first place. Put Murray in the lead. Brendan Basinger back to second. Chad Basinger in third. Oh, I think Brendan's got issues.
Yeah, that wall tap may have, if nothing else, it shook him up a little bit. But fortunately, he's got Chad behind him, so they're going to play nice with each other for a little while. He's giving him some room to get him, calm and collected again. Get out there and go after Michael.
You don't think he's saying, "Get out of the way, boy"?
Yeah, I don't know about that one, but I'm looking. I mean, they're still catching on Michael, but Michael's got that. He could just watch him in the corner. He's just got a great arc, and he could just roll that sucker.
There you go. And I figured that may be coming. Looks like Brendan Basinger moved over for Chad, and honestly, it's going to cost him another spot with Ed Walk going around. So put Walk up to third place, and now Huffstutler's looking for a position. It's like,
Sean.
I was just going to say, like blood in the water for these sharks out here.
Yeah, well, the sad thing about these cars, especially with the 1-speed too, it takes a little while to kind of get that momentum built back up again. So if you get out of the groove a little bit, you can't squeeze that throttle to get back that spot. You gotta just kind of wait for it to come to you. And yeah, you're gonna get freight train, sadly. But he's still holding his own in fourth right now. We got Ed in third, and I'm going back to the leader here, and Michael's just checked out. He's almost got a second on Chad right now.
Right on board with the 23 of Basinger, trying to run down Michael Murray. I think he's a two-time winner, looking to get that third win, and Ty Bostic. Well, that's a tongue twister. Ty Bostic for number of wins this season, for the most wins. He's trying to tie.
Yeah. I'm looking at Ed. It looks like he's getting ready to make a move on. Yeah.
Murray just got really loose through 1 and 2, and that's allowed Chad to close right on the back bumper.
Yeah, I was just saying, too, Chad's got his hands full because Ed Walk is right on his tail trying to, we got a nice 1-2-3 battle going on right now.
Wow. Ed looking to the inside, nothing there.
And Brendan kind of came back and he's like, hey, I want a part of this party too.
So this is far from over here. These guys are all over each other for second, third, and fourth. And with that little bobble, brought Murray right back into the clutches of Basinger as well.
I'm even looking in fifth place. We got David Ballasar. He's kind of caught that pack too. I guess we're going to see who actually saved some tires over the last 80-something laps.
I mean, we saw it the last two races. We've seen the leaders make contact and take themselves out. I'm sure Baltasar's sitting there licking his chops and go, boys, go at it, you know?
We've been seeing it in different races. We saw it tonight. Yeah, anything can still happen. We got a little over 10 laps to
Oh!
go.
Caution. What do you got now?
Was that Bald? Who was that? Basinger? No. It was Baltasar. David Baltasar goes for a wild flip down the front stretch.
Yeah, well, it looked like Chad tapped the wall, or not Chad, Brendan tapped the wall. He got really loose going down the front straight, and kind of chased it. And then David, unfortunately, he just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time, and he got clipped by him coming off the wall.
Bam. Right. And just goes for some barrel rolls down the front stretch into the front wall. Unfortunately, it kept running there. He was able to kind of roll off and was able to get his. Well, actually, he's already used the fast repair, I think, hadn't he?
I believe he did, and yeah, his car doesn't. It's not looking very. Not looking as good as it did before. He's definitely got some damage.
Well,
Maybe be a bit of crab walk going on right now.
It definitely didn't look good. It was a wild ride there. Well, as a matter of fact, let's go back and I like doing this, and I know it kind of freaks you out as Ty Bostic gets his another lap back. We're gonna ride on board with David Baltasar through this wild flip that he had down the front stretch.
Well, I'm not in VR now, so don't bother me now. But yeah,
There he goes, and then bam, just clips the right rear tire, and there he goes barrel rolling. It made me dizzy just watching.
yeah, it's just an unfortunate. He was having another good night. Another one bites the dust for him though. We keep saying every week he shows speed and he's up there, but yeah, he got hit by the unfortunate curse again tonight.
Well, we had a talk with one of our teammates about running a green color on their car, which actually I think you do every week. So
I do, yeah, which explains a lot. But yeah,
maybe Baltasar needs to change the colors on his car. He's got that green roll bar there. I don't know. I mean, he's got to do something to turn his luck around.
now, and just to be fair for our viewing audience, the green car, we want another driver on our team to run the green car just for an experiment, like a Mythbuster thing, to see if it really is true or not. He hasn't taken us up on the offer yet.
Yeah. Richie, if you're out there watching, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
You need to, especially we're getting down to championship time. So if you want to try that out,
We gotta test that myth. It's just, I still think it's a myth. That's why it doesn't bother me.
Well, we got a race to finish up here. We got 10 laps to go, and you got Michael Murray out front, but we saw him struggling with some grip there. So it's not done and dusted here. It's we still got a lot to play for here, and I know Chad is thinking about this restart. He got a great restart the last time out front. He's trying not to let Michael Murray get away from him, but he does have to kind of protect from Ed Walk in third, who started putting pressure on him as well.
Yeah, Chad has been looking at Michael in front of him, but he's been watching Ed closely behind him. So yeah, we'll see who gets a good jump off this restart.
But when we get the green here, it's only going to be 8 laps to go here as the lights come on. Racing under the lights at Martinsville with the Smokin Tires Sprint Car Cup Series, round 9. Who's going to take the victory? We're about to find out. 8 to go through 3 and 4. Who gets the restart? Who's able to claim victory in round number 9?
Green flag.
Green flag is out, and we're underway. And you see these guys all moving around trying to get that power down.
It's the hardest thing to do, and it's got to be even worse now with 90 laps on your tires. But I'm looking at Ed Walk, making a move for second right now. They are going too wide. Michael Murray's really enjoying seeing that in his rear view mirror.
Oh, we got one around behind
Caution
him.
somewhere.
Trevor Dyer
Caution.
goes around off turn 4, and that's going to bring the caution out again. So we're going to get another restart. And I don't think Walk was able to make that pass, so still going to be
He didn't.
Murray, Biesinger, and Ed Walk, your top 3.
Yeah, they had a little bit of contact too when they went side by side, but they both got out of that pretty clean, and they were kind of saved by the bell almost before it got even worse.
Yeah, I don't think Murray wanted to see that because with those guys side by side, they were going to lose some time there for sure. But we're going to have to fight them off again for another restart. And I believe Ty Bostic is going to get his. Is this his final lap back or?
Nope, he's still 2 down, so this is going to put him 1 lap down.
Okay.
His opportunity to get back on the lead lap are slim and none. But
Well, he's up.
yeah,
He's still
he's
in.
close.
He's in fifth spot right now, even being a lap down. So so kudos to him for sticking it out. It's going to be a pretty good points night, regardless. He is your points
Well,
leader, so he's just protecting that points lead.
well, and that's what you got to do as a point leader. You know, you just got to get out there and hopefully luck will go your way. I mean, still a top 5 isn't bad with the night he's had.
So you got Murray in first in the 14 car. You got the 23 of Basinger in second, Ed Walk in third, Sean Huffstutler up to fourth, and then that's your cars on the lead lap right now. You got Trevor Dyer, or Ty Bostic, which will be 1 lap down in fifth. Trevor Dyer is actually in the pits now after that spin. Apparently, he's got some damage there and parked it for the night. And then you got some lap cars. You got David Baldessar in seventh. Brendan Basinger, not sure. Yeah, he was the one that made contact with.
David earlier.
Yeah, David Baldessar. So both these guys having a rough night now in eighth. Marshall Layton with his issues in ninth, and Billy O. Smith in 10th place.
Yeah, it's sad. We only got 4 guys on the lead lap, but they're 4 strong contenders. So we're gonna have a fun little show here for about 2 laps.
They really are. This is going to be all about throttle control, car control, putting your car in the right spot, hitting your marks, being smooth, being consistent. Who can put all that together to take home the win tonight? And you're right. We're going to see some of the best here do it.
And it all starts about getting that proper launch off the restart. And from what we've seen though tonight, they've been pretty good with that. So it's just when they get up to speed is when they seem to like they're having a lot of issues. But yeah, they only got a couple more times to do it, so it's all exciting.
Do they? I don't remember if they do. Do they do the green, white, checkered here, or is it going to be a green and white and then checkered?
I believe. Well, yeah, I would imagine they're going into a green, white checker right now. So I
Yes,
think
they
it's
are.
one green, one white, one checker.
That's correct. So we're going to have a green, white, checkered finish, and if the caution comes out, that'll be the end of the race. So you definitely want a good restart. You want to hit them hot and heavy early on because you don't know how many laps this you're going to get. They're coming around. They're going to see the green flag this time by. We're going to see who can take home the win in round 9 here. Green, white, checker. 3 laps to go with the 14 and Murray out front. Basinger and Walk chasing them. Green flag's out, and they both get a pretty good start here. And we got one in the wall. It's like Sean Basinger. And there's the caution. And that'll
Leave
do
us
it.
a little here. Nice and smooth. Cool your tires off. Get your fans
Well,
up.
that was a little unfortunate. I was kind of hoping to see a little bit more, and looked like Ed got a little loose. He accidentally went into pit road.
I just was about to say that. It looks like he went in the pits.
That is not going to be good for him. Unfortunately, I think he might lose a spot or 2 for that.
We'll see if Bostic, because Huffstutler's pulled it off the track. He's in the pits. Bostic may get another 2 spots here. But anyway, coming to the checkered flag, it's going to be your winner tonight, Michael Murray, his 3rd win of the season. He's tied Ty Bostic for number of wins. And it's going to be a championship contender for sure here. You got Chad Basinger finishing 2nd. It shows Ed Walk in 3rd place. I think he's going to wrap up in 3rd. So that's your top 3 tonight for Martinsville.
Yeah, and Ty picks up 4th place. Sean in 5th. Trevor Dyer 6th. Brendan Biesinger 6th. David Baldessar 7th. Or David Baldessar is 8th. And then Billy O. Smith 9th and Marshall Layton 10th. So, yeah, it was a fun race, though. I would have loved to see those last 2 laps, but unfortunately, that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes.
Yeah, it looks like Sean Huffstutler. We'll go back and look at it in a minute. But it looks like Sean Huffstutler got loose on the restart. We were talking about it all night, about getting that power down. and keeping the car straight. Well, his just kind of walked on him a little bit, ended up in the wall, spinning, collected Trevor Dyer, and it was on from there. But there's your results, your finishing order. Tonight you got Michael Murray taking home the victory, Chad Basinger in the 23 finishing second. You got Ed Walk hanging on to a good solid third place finish tonight after his win last week. Ty Bostic rebounds to come home in fourth place. A good points night for him. Huffstutler, after his issues on the restart there, will end up in fifth place. Sixth place is going to be the 38 of Trevor Dyer. Seventh is going to be the 45 of David Baldassar. Him and Brendan Basinger in eighth place. Had issues there on one of the final restarts. Marshall Layton, tough night for him tonight. Just could not find the handle of the car. Ends up in ninth place. And in 10th position, Billy O. Smith rounds out your field. So
Well, it's a fun race, though.
yeah, let's go back and look at that accident with Huffstutler, see if we can kind of see a better shot of what happened there on the final restart. Gets on the gas, just hops into the wall, and then just once it does that, you're just along for the ride. And ends up getting into Trevor Dyer, unfortunately. But like I said, it's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes.
Yeah, and we were just talking about restarts, and everybody's been pretty clean, and unfortunately, that was our last caution. And it probably would have been fine if they didn't make contact because they were able to keep it somewhat straight. But yeah, it's just unfortunate. Otherwise, though, I mean, it was a great race. We had some great passing up front. Michael Murray goes through the field, gets taken out, goes through the field, comes back and wins. Chad had a great run all day too. Basically a top 3 car all night. Ed with literally no practice connection issues and comes in with a third place. It was a great night for a lot of drivers.
It was a good night for sure. Good night of racing. A well-earned win for Michael Murray, like we talked about, coming from starting up front, going to the back, coming back to the front after contact from Ty Bostic. We'll ask him about that. We'll talk to the other guys about their experiences right after this on Full Throttle Television. Racing action from the Smoking Tires Sprint Car Cup Series is brought to you by Team 126 Racing, your home for hard-nosed short-track racing action from the UK. Like and follow them at facebook.com/Team126Racing. By Butt Kicker. Feel what you've been missing and experience immersion on a whole new level. Visit thebuttkicker.com to see all of their amazing products today. By Track Racer. Experience refined gaming for yourself, including the new Alpine Racing TRX system. For more information, visit trackracer.com today. By Edwards Setup Shop, proud setup provider of the Smoking Tires Sprint Car Cup Series. Visit facebook.com/Edwards Setup Shop for more information. And by Epsilon Sprint Wraps, the place to get your sprint car and dirt racing paint schemes. Visit facebook.com/Epsilon Sprint Wraps today. And as we enter our Victory Lane post-race show, we're going to see if we can talk to our third place finisher, Ed Walk. Ed, you got us?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey, Ed, that's 2 weeks in a row, man. Good solid finish tonight after the win last week. Was able to hang on to a top 3 finish. Maybe had a little bit more if we didn't have those late race cautions. Kind of walk us through what's going on out there.
Yeah, I really wanted a shot at Chad and Michael, another shot. Honestly, it was just a fun race. Obviously, I missed the heat and the qualifying because of mechanical issues, so to speak. I had connectivity issues on iRacing, which I've never had before, but thankfully was able to get it squared away before just before the green flag. I gridded with 11 seconds left, I think. So
Yeah, we were talking about that. We saw you kind of come in late, missed the heat, and honestly, Tony was kind of wondering if you had any race laps before what we saw tonight with you on the track, because I know you kind of missed practice, missed the heat race, and come in cold turkey tonight.
yeah, I was joking on the Discord drivers channel. I jinxed myself because I did 116 practice laps last night, so that's why I had connectivity issues today.
Okay, well at least you had laps coming in for sure. Like I said, just a solid run tonight. No carnage. Well, there was some. I guess there was a little bit of carnage early. Yeah, I think you saw there was a bump between Ty Bostic and and your eventual winner Michael Murray there, and then Ty lost it and went to the back, and so there was that continual kind of shuffle from the back to the front.
Yeah, for sure. I was surprised that there was no yellow when Michael spun in front of everyone. But I mean, that's the way it falls sometimes.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely. No, that's yeah. I mean, I was kind of surprised too myself, and it looks like he just didn't get sideways enough to trigger the yellow flag. I guess I don't know, but again, anyway, coming from the back to third place tonight at Martinsville, that's a pretty good feat, man. That's something to be proud of for sure. Continuing to knock off those solid finishes, kind of climbing the points, and see where you end up. We got 3 races left. Where do you see yourself going after tonight for the next 3?
well, hopefully, keep on climbing. I haven't looked at the schedule.
I think next
But
week's New Hampshire.
okay. I've never run these cars there, so I have to see how it goes in practice and qualifying. But I mean, this field is so competitive, honestly. Um, as long as I can keep it clean, as like we saw tonight, top threes will come to you. So
Well, absolutely. That's one thing we were talking about too. We were kind of disappointed to see those cautions at the end because the battle it was starting to heat up. I think you had something for the leader, Chad Basinger. We seen Murray make a few mistakes and everybody closed right back, and everybody was on top of everybody all night, which made for some great racing. It looked like a lot of fun, and I'm sure you had fun. So, gonna throw you the mic. Anybody out there watching you want to thank, or any sponsors you have to thank?
thanks. Yeah, I don't have any sponsors. I do this all independently, but I got to thank my family, my wife and son for supporting me. So yeah,
All right, well, there's your third place finisher. Knocked out the win last week. Another solid finish tonight in third, the number 10 of Ed Walk.
thanks guys.
All right, so Tony, that's another good solid finish for him. And let's see if who do we have up next? I think you're standing by with the second
Yeah.
place finisher, Chad Basinger.
Hey, Chad, you got us?
I got you.
What a fun race for you tonight, huh? You're hanging out with your son, running top 3, top 5 all night. You look like you're holding that car nice and steady today. I don't know. Tell me what you were thinking.
Yeah, I mean, exactly like you said, I guess. It wasn't so easy for me, I guess, but yeah, just trying to keep it between the walls and keep it in one piece.
Yeah, in my little practice, the drive off down the straightaways were just brutal. You just couldn't get a lot of throttle on it, but the cornering was just great. And like I say, you were hanging in there, kind of waiting on some stuff to happen. I know you had Ed behind you. He was kind of fighting for position, but like I say, you were holding a nice, clean, steady line all night.
Yeah, and it's fun to run with them guys. I mean, they're fun to race with. I don't know what else to say. They're just good dudes to race around.
Yeah, for sure. Everybody looks like a great and your son. I assume yes, you are the father and
Yeah,
Brandon
yeah,
is the son.
yeah.
Uh, I made a comment too. So who got who into sim racing?
I got him into it actually. When he was still living at home a couple years ago. Um, I had a second computer set up next to my rig, and he started getting into it.
Well, that's pretty awesome. He had a nice strong run tonight too, and an unfortunate
Yeah,
incidents though. But yeah,
yeah,
you guys look both. I mean, you guys were both class of the field for a little while there.
That's what I was going to say. You got to be proud sitting there behind him, watching him kind of lead this lead this
yeah,
event. We were talking about it's like, is he going to throw a block for him or what? What are we going to see here?
yeah. I think we try extra hard not to take each other out most of the time. I mean, we've been in some other leagues where we both were running up front and really try hard to keep it clean.
Right. We talked about that too. We were wondering how you guys, we made the comments like, okay, racing a teammate's one thing, but when you're racing a blood relative, now what's the dynamic there? How do you treat that?
Yeah, just same as any of the other guys on there, really. Uh, just have fun with it.
Yeah, well, it looks like you had a lot of fun. You both you guys had a great run tonight. Unfortunately, he had some issues later on in the race, kind of took him out, but another great run, a second place finish. Great job up there. You had a shot at him that we were talking. We kind of hated to see the late cautions come out because it looks
Yeah.
like one small mistake is all it took, and you were right back on the back bumper of Murray.
Yeah, I just wanted to keep it clean. I mean, yeah, there was one chance I thought I could have put it under him, but I just wasn't confident that I could stay off him, so I didn't. That's just not me.
Yeah, well, that's a classy move for sure. We've seen the other side of that a couple times. We even had an issue tonight where, and I'm sure it wasn't on purpose, but Ty got in the back of Murray, I believe,
Yeah, yeah,
and he went to the back. Then Ty had issues. He went to the back. We've just seen it. It's like I told Ed a minute ago. We just had a shuffle of guys going from the front to the back and back to the front. Just kind of shuffled the field up.
yeah, yeah. Well, it's a lot easier just to try to stay up front, isn't it?
Absolutely, and that's exactly what you did, man. Had a good run, started towards the front, stayed up front all night, good second place finish. We'll be looking for you in Victory Lane next week, though. We got a New Hampshire. What do you got there?
I like New Hampshire. Yeah, it should be a good run.
All right. Well, there's Chad Basinger, your second place finish. Chad, we're gonna give you the mic. You got any viewers out there that are watching, or any sponsor you'd like to thank?
Just thank all the guys that are still running every week, and for you guys doing an awesome broadcast.
Well,
Appreciate it.
we enjoy it, and you guys put on a great show, so we appreciate what you guys do out there as well. These cars are not the easiest to handle. We talk about that every week. And you guys continue to come out here and impress us. So good job on everybody in the field. Congratulations to you on your second place finish. And we'll see you next week at New Hampshire.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, Tony, here's your second place finisher. Number 23 holds a special place in my heart of Chad
Yes,
Basinger.
for sure you do. Yep, yeah, 23. Yeah, that's your number, and yeah, it's great. It's good to see dads getting their kids into racing. My kid, he's still playing Fortnite and Minecraft, so maybe one day. But yeah, it's awesome though.
Absolutely. Well, unfortunately, we do not see the winner tonight in TeamSpeak, or I'm sorry, in Discord, going back a year. But so we'll just talk about him a little bit. So Murray again captures his third win of the season, ties Bostic for the most wins, moves up into the points, and shows he's going to be a true contender all the way throughout. I mean, I think it's going to be a week in week out battle between Bostic and Murray, and then you got the other guys trying to break through and get their first wins.
Yeah, Murray. Well, he was strong. You know, he won his heat race. Comes through here. He had some problems because goes all the way to the back. Fortunately, he didn't get damaged. Works his way all the way to the front again, and just another hell of a drive by him. And yeah, Ty is. You got to wonder if Ty's biting his nails a little bit, thinking that he's got some contender here for the championship.
Well, I've got to believe he is. This is the second week in a row he's had issues and not got the finish he feels he deserves. I'm sure that's kind of eating at him. You got Hausstutler back there again, back to having issues the last 2 weeks, not going the way he wanted them to go, and so you got some of these guys starting to struggle into points, and you got some guys starting to capitalize and move up into points. The points battle is going to be interesting as we move forward. Speaking of moving forward, let's bring up the schedule. So next week we head to New Hampshire. That should be a fun one. That's a fast track for these cars, and it's like Martinsville on steroids. You double Martinsville, and that's kind of what you got for New Hampshire.
Yeah, it's the same kind of a flat track. Not as narrow, not as paper clippy, but yeah, it's similar yet very different. It's going to be fun.
And then we had the USA Speedway. It's one of my favorite tracks. Unfortunately, it doesn't exist anymore, but it's a lot of fun. Should be a lot of fun with these cars, and then they end up at New Smyrna Speedway. That's going to be a lot of fun as well. So got some great tracks coming up for the end of the season, and also the league will be starting back up. We heard tidbits of information that they're going to be starting up in October for season 2. We'll be there to bring you guys the action, same night, same time. A couple different tracks. We're going to see the schedule a little bit later, but if you guys are interested in getting in on this action, hit them up on Facebook. You can find them, the Smokin Tire Sprint Car Cup Series there. You can join in this season. They got 3 races left. Join it for next season. Definitely get involved. It's a lot of fun. These guys talk every week about how fun these cars are to drive. And Tony, you can kind of attest to that because you got to drive these cars a couple times this week.
I'm slowly starting to love them myself, and unfortunately, I got to be here in broadcast, or I'd probably be out there with them running.
Absolutely, and they are fun. They're fun to watch. We enjoy broadcasting them, and you can enjoy racing them too. So make sure to come out if you're interested. Join up with Smokin Tire Sprint Car Cup Series. But that'll do it for us. Round 9 is in the books here at Martinsville Speedway. We'll see you guys next Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern, for New Hampshire Round 10. And that'll about do it. So for Tony Solari, my name is Brody Hanna. Thanks for joining us on Full Throttle TV for the Smokin Tire Sprint Car Cup Series, and we'll see you next week.